Okay. Hey guys, I'm back and I'm finally finished with Hot Wheels Unleashed. We'll see if the noise gate doesn't get on my nerves and I redo this, but the game, Hot Wheels Unleashed. Okay, I'm done with that. Yes, I'm on target. I'm speaking. This is accurate. So we're talking about an arcade racer Hot Wheels game. What do I have to say about this? I forgot. I actually think this is really fun, and I think for like a short racing game to kind of entertain yourself, that there's nothing wrong with this. I actually think it's pretty fun. The tracks are entertaining. It's got a campaign mode, it's got a track builder, it's got online multiplayer. The cars look fantastic. It looks like you're driving a toy in a real place. And even when you like fall off the track and you reset, it adds like realistic scuffs to it, and even like fingerprints of like somebody had to pick it up and put it back on the track. And visually, I love this game. This is really good. It looks like a Hot Wheel game. It plays like a Hot Wheel game. At the moment, that's about where my praise is going to stop, because I have a lot more, I think, to complain about. For starters, I got this on sale, and I think for like sale price around $10 to $15, it's absolutely fine. Play it for however long you want to play it, and then put it down. It's a short kind of game. It's not one I wanted to play for as long as I have, because there's not a ton here in variation. You have campaign, but when you go into the campaign, there's only two kinds of races. It's either just a normal race, where you race the other AI, or a time trial. And as the reviews for this might suggest, the time trials can be very hard for some reason. I don't know where the difficulty spike came from, but if you plan on doing like the Unleashed goal for all of these, it's the time trials that will make you pull your hair out, because you either run the track absolutely perfect or you go look up a shortcut, because a lot of these tracks have got a weird method that it is possible to shortcut. Some of them are way more obvious and easier to do than the others, but speaking of that, the physics engine for this game is a little bit odd. It's not quite what it appears to be, but it's not real physics either. You could absolutely drive fast enough to fly off the track. You can go over hills and go wildly off to the side in places you shouldn't be going. So it doesn't keep you on the track. Some of the carts, like I was using like one of the dragon ones, if I hit the wall hard enough, it's like the hitbox is funny. Like it actually is the shape of the car, and it actually impacts my ability to scrape along the wall, because it just straight up won't do it. It spins out, it threatens to flip over the wall, and it will. If you slow down enough on loops, even, you can just fall off the loop. And even during sections like the magnet track, you can make a tight enough magnet track curve that you don't stick to it and you in fact come off of it. But it's not quite an accurate physics engine either, because how do I put that? You can go really, 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 really slow through parts that you shouldn't technically be able to go, like you would slide off and fall. So there's some version of assist, and it turns out that if you use the boosts mid-air, it will attempt to go to where the car is pointed, so you have the ability to like direct and fly yourself if you use the boosts. I don't think that works without boosts, but it's like floaty physics that are a little bit weird. And the drifts with the cars, you'd assume, because it's kind of more an arcade game, that you would just be able to do the drifts, but the way each car handles is individual, and you might actually need to get kind of reaccustomed to the way that the one car you're driving wants to drive. But if it makes you feel any better, aside from maybe one achievement, there's nothing you says that you have to increase the difficulty of the opponent AI. So you can just drive whatever car you really feel like driving. Whatever one, you just pick one and just use that one. And if you're happy with it, there you go. It's not a big deal. It's more fluid. A very weird thing that I don't know if it's because I have it on Steam. I don't know if this is unique to PC or not, but the game gave me that Mobile 1 twin mill right out of the gate, and there's just no reason to use any other car. There are other cars that people will use online, like I think it was a Koenigsegg, but you can win with the Mobile 1 twin mill. I don't know why they gave you a car so good immediately. Like, I had the Copo Camaro. I don't know if that's supposed to be given to you normally. I don't remember. But upgraded, yeah, you could win if you upgrade it, but there was a lot of trouble I think the game expected me to have in the beginning, that because it gave me that specific twin mill that had like ridiculous stats, that it was a walk in the park. So I don't understand whether this game wants me to have a difficult time or an easy time. Yeah, and it's not really, I don't know if there's rubber banding here either. I don't think so, because they can get really far ahead of you. At least I'm pretty confident that with players, there's no rubber banding at all. I don't know about the CPU. I don't think so, but I had a problem with this game being awfully repetitive, and more than I wanted to, because I think I played this for around 36 something hours, nearly 40, and I was done at 20 or 15. Like, I did not want to do this, but I got so far in it, and I figured all I had to do was open it for a while and run it, and open it for a while and run it, and that's how I made it through this. But overall, you get this cheap. I don't see any real issue with this. I heard this might be on Game Pass. I don't know. I didn't fact check that. For free, it's a fun little play. It's a fun idea. You get to do some arcade, Hot Wheels racing. It has a track editor that I do not consider very fluid. And if you look at how a lot of players build the maps, I think there's quite the learning curve to how the track builder wants to behave. But I have seen people online make some stuff that I don't understand how they did it. So someone understands it. I don't think I'm gonna recommend this game, especially if you want achievements. I think this becomes a nightmare of playing something you don't want to continue to play, and it's boring. Yeah, it's just yuck. Here's my problem, mainly. I bought this on discount for, I think, what did I say earlier, $12 to $15. That's okay, and it's entertaining, but the Forza Horizon DLC costs about as much and is more fun than this. It gives you more to do, and you have the rest of Forza as well, and I was way more entertained with the DLC of Hot Wheels in Forza, despite it not giving you many Hot Wheels cars, because it played better than this. And it even gave people the online, like, multiplayer custom stuff in Forza. I haven't seen that in a while, but comparatively, if you had Forza Horizon, I think you should buy the Hot Wheels DLC there first, if at all, just because I had more fun with that than I did this. People want to pin these down and call these, like, oh, it's a game for kids. Okay, but it can be better than this. You could still make a good game for kids. It's, I would argue, like a 10 to 15 hour entertainment thing. It has split screen. You want to play split screen, go ahead. But there's so much idiocy packed into this game that I don't understand why they did it this way. And sure, it's cool for a Hot Wheels game, but you didn't have to behave. If you want to use your own Hot Wheel like skin, like you wanted to like customize the colors of your car, you have to first upload it to their thing and then go find your thing and re-download it to use it. It doesn't save it locally. Why would you do it that way? I don't understand. It's the same with the tracks. You cannot play your own custom track offline. because you don't actually have it downloaded. It won't let you. You can't go into like split screen local and play stuff you made because it's stupid. But you can make a private online lobby and apparently play your stuff in a private online lobby, but not offline. Because why? Why would you do it this way? It's frustrating. But that aside, it's if you get it on discount and it's cheap and you just want something to play, it's fine. It's fun even. But God help you if you pay like $30 for this, because I don't think it's worth that much. It's not that good. It's not that entertaining for that much money. It's pretty entertaining for like, hey, this is a short arcade game that I'm gonna play for a little bit. That's fine. Okay. Before I continue to rant, I probably hit the microphone just now. Let me see what achievements I got up here that I feel like are worth pointing out as being quite annoying. I mean, you have a lot that are normal. Here's one for complete a race in split screen. Whatever, get another controller, put it in. You can do it. It's not a good... hold on, I gotta type this in. I'm structured. I'm definitely playing this out, yeah. Another one, make purchases in the shop. Make one purchase, actually, spendthrift. I like when games do this kind of thing because it's just, hey, you did it. Hey, you did our game, Here's one for validating a track. There's one for validating 5. Fine, good. It wants you to build a track. It didn't say build the best track in the world. It just said, hey, we want you to try our builder, so here it is. But I'm reading them. Yeah, it probably says a lot that only 95% of players on Steam have opened your first blind box, which, if I'm going to go on a little tangent about a thing I don't like this game did as well, is that you unlock cars by buying blind boxes with in-game currency. So the cars are randomized. You have no real control over which cars you buy unless they show up in their store that rotates every few hours or days. I don't remember. That's stupid. I don't like that. Should have let me just buy the cars outright, especially since it makes almost no difference whatsoever about which cars I'm using when I set it down to easy, and I can do it that way. Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna go spitball some of the ones that I know I think people are gonna have trouble with, because really it amounts to a lot of duplicates here and eventually grinding. But King of the City, complete the Unleashed goal of all the race pads. Yeah, Steam's got 3% of people at that, mostly because of the time trials. The time trials are the big problem here. Some of them are suddenly impossible. I don't know how you would complete a few of these even if you were good at that track without the shortcuts. I didn't want to do that. I don't like looking up shortcuts, but it was that razor thin, and I wasn't going to sit here and spend 3 hours practicing a track just to get 500 gears or whatever. Just keep that in mind. If you have trouble with the time trials, everyone had trouble with the time trials, but every single race in the online campaign mode has 2 goals, which is just a regular goal and an Unleashed goal, and for every race, it's, come in first place is pretty much the Unleashed goal. It's just the time trials have a really fast time for their Unleashed goal, and this is to do all of them on the entire campaign road. So you're gonna get a lot of stuff leading up to that one, but it's not hard, it just takes a bit, and I don't really have anything else to say about that. Here's one that says, I want them all. Unlock all secret rarity vehicles. I have no idea how I did that. I'll be honest with you, it just happened because I was just buying cars. I was buying cars and I was doing all the races in the campaign, and it showed up. I don't even know if I did anything specifically to get that other than just keep buying cars and do the campaign. Yeah, the rest of these are basically just dumb. There are 3, I believe 3 each for the 3 DLC. One of them is for like Looney Tunes Acme, one is for Monster Trucks, and one is for like Batman. I'm mad about this, but I paid more for the DLC than I did the game, only for the 3 achievements for each of the DLC to take maybe 5 minutes grand total to complete. Because it's basically win a race in the campaign mode for that DLC and upgrade a car that comes with the DLC. It's just, it took no time at all. It was super, super easy. It's just, I basically paid for those achievements is what that's about. There was nothing for me to, you don't have to complete their campaign. You don't have to do anything. You just have to do like one race and then upgrade the cars. There was a third one, but I don't care to find it right now. It's not even worth pointing out, other than they were just so dumb simple that I'm mad that I paid more for the DLC than the game, only to actually use the DLC less than I did the game. But that's because I'm an idiot, and that's why you're here, so that you can know that it's stupid. It's not worth the fight here. It's not worth paying for it unless you just love this game. But the final 2 that made me absolutely rip my hair out were Unbridled Luxury, get a total of 100,000 coins, and then What Do I Do With So Many, get a total of 25,000 gears. It's just a lot. That's all I could tell you. It's a lot. Especially now that when I was researching this online, that they used to do like season pass kind of stuff, like a battle pass that would earn you these gears and coins, but it doesn't do that now in 2023. That's not a thing. So I just went online and I just kind of played online against whoever happened to be there and did my best. I mean, you have to win or podium. I don't remember. There is one to win a certain amount of multiplayer races, which you're going to have to do anyway. But I had to play so many more. Probably half my game time is in multiplayer because I was just grinding for those 2 achievements because of how long it took to get coins. And coins are spent on blind boxes. I'm not sure they're spent on anything but blind boxes. And then when you get duplicate cars through the blind boxes, I would dismantle them for gears. Gears are spent on upgrading the cars, which sure, there's a point where you need to do that. But there was also a point where coins and gears were the only 2 achievements I had left, and gears was the final one, and it took me a good 3 extra days after the coins one to continue to play multiplayer until I got enough gears. I don't like that. It took way more extra effort for me to have to just go online and just run tracks online. And I don't even know what people do, why some of these guys are online every day. I mean, I ran into a few people that were really nice, that were definitely willing to play a lot of tracks. I want to give a special shout out specifically, I think his name is Alpha something. I can't read it, it's in characters. This guy has like 1,000 hours in this game. I don't understand it. He could have won any single race he felt like winning. But he was a good sport. I mean, we were at least hours one day we were just goofing around. So I appreciate nice people. I mean, they're there. But that does remind me that this game does not let you select a microphone. And on the list of complaints I have with why it was put together this way, you can't select like an audio source. So it's going to go off your Windows default input. And you can't change that unless you change it through your system settings. So I was never sure whether push to talk was on or not. If I'm honest, I had no way to know. And I only figured that out when I was almost done. So it would not surprise me if, because I was using an Oculus sometimes, it defaulted to the Oculus device and then it left push to talk on forever. And that I was accidentally talking trash on accident because I'm complaining. I'm a grumpy person. And, oh geez. If anybody heard me complain about them, I wish I could apologize to them. Because that's not, you don't need to hearing people, mad. There's one guy, I thought he heard me, and he pushed me out of the way right at the last corner, and I was like cursing him out. I thought I was muted. I don't try to do that to people. I'm just grumpy. But be warned, there's just weird quirks. I don't understand why the game's like this. I don't know why they built it this way. If it had just been a little more fluid, not had these stupid decisions done, it's fun. I like the concept. It just seems like they just dumped it, and when it came down to doing fine-tuning and special touches, they just said, no, I don't want to. The cleverest thing that they have is like the fingerprints on the Hot Wheels cars and little textures and how they look exactly like toys. That's phenomenal. I love it. But anyway, final recommendation. If you're buying it for achievements, don't. Just don't. Bad idea. I don't think you're going to have fun here. 2, if you get this cheap or you get it free or it's on Game Pass, you just want to play it, it's a fun time killer. I don't hate it. Actually, I feel like I had to play it way too long just to grind out the achievements. I didn't want to play it 40 hours. I don't think this is a 40-hour game. This is like a 10-hour game to 20-hour game, unless you're, the alpha guy and you just log on every day and this is your thing, dude, and you love this, then be my guest. But there's a lot of really weird problems with it that I don't know why they did it, but it's just middle of the road. On discount, it's cool. Don't buy the DLC, it's useless. Unless you test it and you go, yeah, I'm into this, then go ahead. I'm not telling you not to do it exactly. I mean, I guess I did, but it's something. It's something. Just don't buy this thinking that you're gonna shotgun these achievements, you're gonna be out, because I really wish I hadn't stuck to this. This sucks. Sucked. It was grind. It was a grind. But alright. That's been this. That's been Hot Wheels Unleashed. I need to get out of here and stop talking about it. If you want me to talk about another game, you want me to try another game, leave a comment. I have seen 1 or 2 people actually leave comments, so I'm going to take a look at those games. I think sometime earlier today, somebody mentioned like Katamari, I can't say the second word, Damacy, but I have seen Katamari before. I'm interested, I might try that. But in the meantime, anything you do, I mean, I don't like doing that call to action stuff, but anything you can do, if you listen to the whole video, you want to like the video, you want to leave a comment, you want to subscribe. I'm not going to tell you to hit the bell, because the bell's, I never do that, it's annoying, but be my guest. It's very helpful and I appreciate it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time I finish something. Bye. That was not, see, I did it again. I hit pause, but I'm not on the right window and I scrolled down the other window. Oopsie. This is the real bye. See ya.